Morning, everybody. Well, I got the trigger assembly out here, and I spotted the problem right off with the help of SixShooter Texan's video. And I know you guys can't have both of them open here side by side, but here's the problem right here. This lever right here is supposed to be under that arm, or at least this lever is above this on SixShooter Texans. So if you want to go back and look, if you're really interested, you can see that's what's going on, and that's what the problem is. What I've got going on here with mine is when you pull the trigger, the hammer goes forward, it lifts, but it's not lifting anything because it's above what's supposed to be lifting. And when you pull the trigger, so here's your trigger. Of course, we all know that. But here's our sear up here, and this is our hammer right here. So when you pull the trigger, I'm going to turn it a little bit. And I'm sorry, I got a lot of lights, but I seem to have a lot of shadows. So when I pull the trigger, this is going to release the hammer. This is the sear. It's going to release the hammer. See it? Release, pull, 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 release. But it stays released. So when the hammer fires, bang, the gun cocks, it comes back, and then the slide goes forward, it doesn't catch. I'm holding the trigger back. And that's where the problem is. And that's what this is supposed to do. Now, I read in a couple of forums, it's a timing thing. You got to have one spring over the other. Well, I couldn't find any springs. I couldn't find anything. And I had a nice phone conversation last night with SixShooter Texan, and he told me that he would pull it out and he would make a little VR video, and hopefully it would figure things out for us. And by golly, it sure did. It pointed it right at it for me, and I saw it right off when I watched it again this morning with some coffee, and there it is right there. So I've got to pull this off and then get this behind and underneath that silver piece there. So that silver piece is above that little finger there. So let me see if I can do that and get you back on the video and see if it works like it's supposed to. Stand by. So here we go. Simple matter of pulling this spring off, this leg of the spring off, sliding it off the pin, sliding it underneath the arm here, and then slide it back on and putting the spring back in place. So now, when we pull the trigger, the hammer still releases, the gun still fires, but watch here. Click. Now when I'm holding the trigger back, now when the hammer comes back and recocks the gun, it stays cocked. And release the trigger, pull the trigger, fires. Forward, reset, back, lock. Perfect. I gotta love it. Awesome, awesome help. SixShooter. Couldn't have done it without you. Guys, all the suggestions have been great. Had a little text back and forth this morning with Bubba. He was trying to understand how the safety worked, thinking that maybe there was something in the safety that was hanging up. Now you can see that this really isn't all that dirty, but I'm going to give it a good cleaning anyway because it's out, just to make sure there's nothing else going on. SixShooter and I talked about this last night, and it's just a good idea, just to make sure it's good and clean. And it's pretty good, but I'm going to make sure. So there we go, guys. We figured it out. The power of the YouTube buddies. And the safety off. Whoop, my spring popped off here in my finger. Power of us YouTube buddies. Got this figured out. And now it's working. Pull the trigger, bang, the gun fires, gun cocks, comes back, latches, finger off the trigger, pull the trigger again, bang, fires the next shot, trigger resets, holds the hammer. There we go. Perfect. Thanks a lot, guys. Couldn't have done it without you. Really appreciate it. God bless. CW out.